An incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus.
Welcome, folks. It's Friday night, and it's time for the Grand Jury, the live stream that does a grand jury game show style. Each Friday night, we take 5 volunteers from the social media platform X. We ask them to review use of force videos, police use of force videos, through the lens of a grand jury. We have a few more rules, but that's pretty much it. Let's meet our jury tonight. Drax, I'm coming to you first. You're the chief of this panel. I'm going to assign you that tonight because your fingers are in everything. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
Oh man, it's good to be back here on the grand jury, Joe. Man, I think it's one of the best entertainment shows going on a Friday night, man. It's great to be back with all of you. It's great to see DCK. I got Gigi here, my girl. Buckster and Pixel came along with me tonight, man. We can't wait to get the game going. I'm the host with DCK on the Daily Fix, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 p.m. And then you find me, of course, on Drax's Pit Live on Saturday nights with Soviet Rodin right there in the pit, man. Make sure you turn our notifications on X to get it. Man, Joe, I'm really glad to be back here, man. I can't wait to see what cases you got lined up tonight.
We're good to have you, Drax. We did have the War Boys lined up tonight, but some conflict scheduling messed up. So our folks here, guys, they jumped in and handled it like a champ last minute. So I'm pretty proud to have you guys. Let's go to Kay Daly next. The Daily Fix. Kay, tell folks about yourself and when can they catch your show?
Well, I'm a co-host with Drax on the Daily Fix. It's on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'm also on Tuesdays with Dr. John Gray. It's at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And he's the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. So that's on Tuesdays. Yep.
You know, I've heard that book being thrown around in arguments almost my whole adult life. I'd like to catch that.
Right?
It ranks right up there with the Kama Sutra.
Well, it wasn't brought up with as much fun as the Kama Sutra typically in arguments.
No, but, I'm just as Vanna White.
Just turning letters?
It's turning letters. That's all I'm doing.
Sweet. Let's go to Gigi. Gigi, this is your debut on the grand jury. You've been behind the scenes. You've helped us put a few shows together. We're happy to have you on the panel tonight. Tell folks about yourself.
I am happy to be here. I work alongside with Kay and Drax. I'm a behind the scenes kind of person, but I enjoy what I do, helping them with ads and videos and all that. I just enjoy being a support person for them.
The way I understand it, you're responsible for a lot of videos and artwork. Is that true? Is the rumor true?
It's true.
Doing some good stuff. You guys are like a rocket. I'm on the ground watching you go. It's awesome. Let's go to Buckster. Buckster, I believe this is your first or second, maybe third time on the grand jury. Am I right about that?
Yes, sir. It's my second time. Glad to be back, hanging out with my pub chat crew, original OG people. With Miss Gigi. Yeah, you got 2 of the prettiest ladies here on X.
Oh,
It is an exceptional night.
you.
I'll give you that. For the last minute, being able to pull you guys together on this is it's pretty damn awesome. Actually, going to be a great show. Thanks, Buckster. Now, DJ Pixel, you run the water cooler. Am I right about that?
Yeah, it's kind of in transition, but yeah, we still have at least the Impact Report and the Saturday Night Jukebox, which is good. But yeah, I'm really happy to be back because I know generally people don't get to do a second appearance on the show, and I'm so stoked.
Very good. We're gonna. I think at the end of the year, we're gonna line up some second chance jurors for others that want to do it. I get quite a bit of requests for that almost every week. But excited to have you guys in tonight. Let's get on with it. We've got Big Ron. He's our retired Navy veteran. Be our producer tonight, clicking switches and making sure all the bells are silent for the videos. Big Ron, tell the folks about yourself.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks, Joe. Everybody, thanks for showing up tonight. You guys have really helped us out. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I'm usually Haysbury and underway, but I'm retired now, so I just sit around and push buttons for the grand jury. Well, the fresh bottle of bourbon's cracked open. I've got a nice cigar lit. All the videos are loaded. Everybody's chatting away in the chat. Looks like our jury's ready to go, Joe. Let's go ahead and kick this off tonight.
I like it. We've got our expert witness tonight. That's Jason. He's with us every Friday night. Jason, a retired 30-year veteran of law enforcement, and he's also the developer of the 3D response school safety system. Jason, what do folks need to know about you?
Summed it up there. Just retired last June after 3 years law enforcement. My passion started as a school resource officer to keep our kids safe, and took that concept and actually did something with it. Just signed another contract yesterday, actually, for another install. So we're moving along forward.
It's good to see that Steam's picking up for that system, the 3D response system. We'll talk about that a little later in the show with a quick video to maybe get some more people on board. But that needs to be in every school in America, so this senseless violence that happens in our schools go away. All right, with that, let's go over the rules. First off, as you know, it's a grand jury, which is unlike a trial jury. You may ask questions and you can review evidence like you don't in a trial jury. We ask that you be not a crime, or more likely than not in this case, the force used was reasonable, or more likely than not, the force used in this case was unreasonable. This makes the distinction between a grand jury and a jury. In a trial jury, criminal trial, we ask that jury to be, 1, unanimous, 2, be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a pretty high standard. Probable cause, it's not. The grand jury is a filter for the state that has to move the filter. The state has to move through this filter, which is a citizen board, essentially, to determine whether the state has enough evidence to continue prosecution. If they do not, we'll ask our jury, and we ask juries across the land most every day, to return a no bill, telling the state to back off, let this citizen be. If you do believe there's enough probable cause, or you were convinced beyond the probable cause threshold, then we ask that you return a true bill. We also ask that you use the reasonable person. The reasonable person standard is not the smartest guy in the room. It's not the dumbest guy in the room. It's somebody right in the middle. We ask you to use that reasonable person standard to determine if there's probable cause to believe the force was justified or not. A jurist in our jury tonight, you should be objective. Review only evidence presented in the grand jury here tonight, not something that happened on a traffic stop, some article that you read, or some story that you may have heard. We ask that you look at all 5 or 6 cases, depending on how many we get to tonight. We ask that you look at them individually and just the evidence presented in each one of those cases. Rules of the game: 3 out of 5 votes wins the day. It's a majority decision, unlike a trial jury, which is unanimous. It's just 3 out of 5 votes will win the day. A jury may have 1 or 2 findings. True bill, which equals formal charges, and you allow this to continue. You send it to trial, if you will. Or no bill, which is no formal charges. Folks, do we have any questions before we get to our first case?
Nope.
All right, Big Ron, let's get to our first video.
Let's kick this thing off.
What we just witnessed there was an officer passing a vehicle, developed probable cause, I believe, going over the line. He's going to initiate a traffic stop here. Audio will pick up in a minute. This is Detroit.
How you doing, man? You went over that line, you know that? I was went way over that line, and you actually almost got to an accident with two. Right here? Oh yes, ma'am. And then two, that plate with the plate.
Yes, my plate. I'm sorry, yes, you can't see it. Yes, ma'am. I just bought this camera. This is my little babies.
These your kids right here?
This my little brother. Little baby. This my little cousin.
Okay. Ma'am, just real quick, any weapons in the car?
It shouldn't be, no. It shouldn't be. It should be okay. We just left from my sister.
Okay. It shouldn't be. Okay. Catch your license real quick.
License. I don't have a license. I have an ID. Okay.
Now, ma'am, I can't hear you. Do you mind turning the car off?
Yes, I can.
Ma'am, I really appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
ID card. Okay. Okay.
Let me roll all the windows down, baby.
Yes, ma'am. If you could. You said you're not sure if of any weapons, right?
Not that I know of. Okay. I don't. I'm not carrying nothing. Do y'all have any weapons in here? Please let them know, bro. I don't. Are you cool if we check, ma'am? Yes. Okay, no problem. All right.
Hop out. Go. You gonna hop out, ma'am?
Me?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Keep both hands up for me. Appreciate you. Nothing in that purse, right?
Nothing.
Bit up. Bit up. Hey, bit up. Do solid. Just keep both hands right here, all right? Appreciate you. You nervous? Huh? You sure? All right, man. Go step right here for me.
Okay.
Keep right here. Yeah. Keep him up, all right? Don't move. Don't move. I said don't move, right? All right, go on, step out. The needles on anything like that? You're diabetic? Lighter? Chill out. You get paid. Hey, what? You good, man? Chill out. Stop. Hey, bro.
Hey, my man.
Hey, show me your head. Show me your head. Show me your head. Get the fuck out of here.
Crash yourself off right now. Sorry.
You got shots fired. For real? For real? Who's trying to play this?
Shots fired.
Shots fired. For real? You said my name. You hit? Are you hit? Yes. Where? I don't know.
Shots fired by us.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Ow, my arm. Come on, bro.
Go ahead, man.
Just for you guys' knowledge, EPOA president is in Rockland.
All right, folks, there's your first video. The subject was hit but did not die of wounds, was treated for wounds and booked into jail. Any questions or any portion of the video we'd like to see again?
Joe, I didn't see or couldn't clearly see what started the altercation. Is there any better video of that?
Well, you're going to have the best video. I can show it to you again, but you're going to see the best video here, or the best video I put up.
Yeah, it looked like he was just trying to search him and then he fled.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me, but I mean, that officer was extremely polite. So, but I just wanted to see. Yeah. So, all right. That's the best video. We're good. I'm good.
Well, I can walk you through it. You've got a traffic stop. He's pulling people out to identify them. Pulls the rear passenger seat guy out. You can kind of see it going on. Hang on. Right here. The subject won't turn around. He's standing facing the officer. You see the taser come out. He won't turn around. And I think on the pat down, I don't know this, I think he feels something. The suspect is being uncooperative at this point. It takes off running when they try to use some more force to put restraints on him. And there he takes off.
Yeah, it looks like he's reaching for something. He's got something in his hand.
Poor choices on his part, in my opinion.
And Joe, just one more quick question. Was that Drax I heard in the background of that video yelling because the drive-through was blocked up? Is that what happened there?
In there, it's Detroit in the middle of the night. But the guy had it coming, though. I mean, they're going to run. He gave them ample, you got to cooperate. You can't run.
I wasn't going to try to out Drax on his second job at the drive-through window, but yes, Drax was concerned they're holding up his drive-through.
Holding up the operation.
Well, I figured that was him in the background yelling because he was in the car behind the police car saying, "Come on, man, get him! I want to get my food."
I need my hood fries.
They're close to shutting the shake machine down. Let me get in line and get it in order.
Is that typical, though, for him to pull up in a McDonald's like that? Or not to say, hey, scoot up there and we'll take care of it, to block the whole drive-through? There's the injustice.
Well, Jason, you answer that question.
It's actually safer than on the road. It's off traffic. It's more isolated. I've actually done that.
You did it right in the drive-through and said, hey, shut down the burgers. I'm here to get them.
It's a traffic stop. You can be stopped anywhere, but I'd prefer to stop somebody in a parking lot than on a roadway.
Hey, we've got a question from Dr. Doug Ahern that comes on the show on occasion. He's asking, was the lone passenger of the car sitting in the rear seat of the car directly behind the driver, only two people in the car? The car was occupied 4 times. You had a driver, front seat passenger, rear seat passenger side, and rear seat passenger driver's side. It was the rear driver's side that took off and ran.
And she didn't have a license either, the one he pulled over.
But she had an ID card.
An ID.
Yeah, I heard that.
Now, here's my minute. That don't fly up here.
All right, let's get to some deliberations. Big Ron, these guys are trying to deliberate and sneak off that clock. Hang on. Hold up. Okay,
Yeah, sorry.
Question?
Yes, I do. Do we know whether what he did have on him, or do we not know? Is not part of it?
There was a gun.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, it's very difficult to see. As he's running down the drive-through side there, he actually pulls a gun out and points it at the officer and then drops it. And the officer actually, I'm ruining it. The officer returned fire when he pointed the gun at him. But you can't see it because of the shake of the video.
Right. Okay.
All right, Big Ron, let's put us up a clock. All right, I'm coming to you first, Drax. What do you think about this one?
Bill, of course. What I think about it, come on, guys. He had it coming. He ran. He shouldn't run. You get what you got coming, man.
Well, let me ask you this. The run, he shouldn't have run. Can we use deadly force to apprehend suspects? Is that lawful in the United States? Can the government use that kind of force if you try to flee from them?
Yeah.
No. Tennessee versus Garner, you may not. You don't use deadly force to defend yourself or a third person.
But Joe, they already knew you said they had a gun. And he was acting crazy right when they pulled him over. He was already like, no, there's no weapons up in here. And then he runs after they said, stay right here, stay right here. I mean, that cop's got to protect society, man. He could have had another gun. Jumped right out and kept running and killed other people.
Okay.
He backed up that drive-through. That's the big concern.
Now that's another whole offense, and probably in the state of Michigan, you probably could get a felony sentence for that.
In Flint, for sure.
Lucky somebody else didn't pick up a felony for blocking his fries late at night.
Sounds like you're on the fence
for standing in front of Drax and his food late night snack.
Not my hood fries.
It sounds like you're on the fence, but you're leaning towards a no bill on this. Let's go to Gigi. Gigi, this is your first time. Tell us what you think about that video.
Well, I think true bill, right? Because
a true bill would mean you believe the force was unreasonable and it should go to trial.
No, it was not unreasonable. I believe it was reasonable. So bill then.
So you would be a bill on that.
First time, so.
Fair enough. Drax is still struggling with it. Kay Daly, what do you think?
Okay, despite the fact that he tried to use the force on this, you don't see any droids here. They're not. Yeah. It was hard to see in the video that he did have a weapon, but I would imagine pointing a gun at an officer is not helpful to the whole encounter. So I'm leaning definitely towards no bill.
Fair enough. DJ Pixel, what's your assessment?
I don't know. I think the guy was justified just because with the guy fleeing and he's armed, you just don't know what else he's going to do.
Okay. Buckster, where are you at on this?
Okay, so 100% no bill. Police were 100% justified. That police officer conducted an extremely professional, polite stop. He noticed the gentleman in the back was nervous. He even said that in the video. Then when they tried to get him out of the car, he ran. I do believe the police officer might have actually felt the weapon that he was holding. And then when he was running, it looked like he had the weapon in his hands. The police officer also is either a terrible shot or I think a really good shot because he just shot to wound. And then we see the gun on the ground. So they did the right thing there, 100%.
Very good. Let's get an official vote. Drax, true bill or no bill?
The true bill makes sure the case goes on.
No bill is where you've been. True bill is an indictment. No bill is no indictment.
Oh, I want him indicted. Yeah, true bill.
You want the officer
Police
indicted?
officer you want indicted?
Other one. So there's a no bill?
No bill. Yes.
No bill. Yeah, because like I said, he runs in Detroit, man. He ran. What do you expect?
I'm with you. No bill.
He had what he had coming to him.
Okay. Gigi, true bill or no bill?
No bill.
Boy, she got it, Drax. No bill. Kay Daly, true bill or no bill?
I'm with my sister, Gigi, no bill, 100%.
Looks like no bill's going to carry it. DJ Pixel, true bill or no bill?
No bill.
Buckster, true bill or no bill?
Hell no bill.
Ron, hold that clock for a minute, but let's post a verdict. First case is going to be a no bill. Very good. Jason, what'd you think about this one?
I wish I could see more. It's hard to some of these videos without seeing. I don't know when he dropped the gun. Did the officer see him drop the gun? I'm still that's where I'm kind of hesitant on everything. Is did he brandish the gun as he was running? I couldn't tell that point. Joe, could you see it? I don't know.
Folks, I did the editing on it, and I'm doing frame by frame editing. You are able to see what they articulate as just about the time he is going by the drive-through window, or maybe just past it, right in that area. He reaches in what maybe his pants or his hoodie, and he pulls out his arm, and he comes back to the officer as if he was going to shoot. That's when the officer shoots. He drops the gun. The officer did not shoot after that. That's when they continue to pursue and put him down. So I think it was a pretty good case.
The one shot, if you're going to shoot, you stop the threat, but in the same breath, you have a fleeing person with a weapon that he picked up on the search, and now you have a risk to public safety. It's a no bill. I was hesitant to say anything other than because I couldn't really see the whole thing.
Oh, you just want to make it complicated? Is that the role of the...
No, I'm not trying to make it complicated. I was trying to make the right call.
You hear that, Big Ron? We need to redo the by rules here on the expert witness.
Oh, God.
Add make it complicated?
Yeah, add make it complicated and assign that to Jason. Okay. Hey, we're going to get to our next case. First one's always easy. It's just a warm-up. But I want to go back and reiterate. The only time in the United States, in all 50 states, no matter where you're at, the only time you as a police officer, you as a citizen, you as any person can use deadly force is in the defense of yourself, defense of a third person, and in some cases, defense of the public at large. The standard we're looking for, what would a reasonable person believe with the information that was available to the actor? In this case, it will be officers. The actor would be officers. What information was available to them at the time, and would a reasonable person have a reasonable fear for their life or a third person? And when I say life, I also mean serious bodily injury. If someone is going to, crack you in the head with a baseball bat, they don't have to kill you before that's a deadly weapon. They hit you where it could have killed you and could cause serious bodily injury. So you may use lethal force in defense of that type of assault against you. So keep that in mind when we watch our next videos. We're going to have some real tough ones coming up. Like I say, that was an easy one, but that's the standard that we're asking you to make a decision on here tonight. And no, Drax, running away from the police. Prior to Garner versus Tennessee, you could get shot from running from the police, and that would be their justification. He ran. Since Tennessee versus Garner, that is not lawful. It violates any person's Fourth Amendment right for search and seizure, because you can't undo it when you do it.
Jason, I'm glad you retired and got out of there, man. That should be, if they run, you people shouldn't have to be chasing them down like the show Cop.
Bro, Jason's old, but he's not as old as Tennessee versus Garner. Tennessee versus Garner goes back to the 60s or the 70s. So it's been like that in the United States for a long minute.
The incentives are just, the incentive of being a cop is getting less and less. I mean, come on, chasing them down, running around like that TV show. They run, man. Open the gun.
Well, it won't be valid in this show going forward. That's not really what you're looking for. You're looking for, would the officer, in this case the police, would they have a reasonable fear for their life, third person's life, or the public at large? And that's kind of the three brackets that you should look at.
That was 3 o'clock in the morning. Of course, the cops are scared for their life when they're going up on somebody.
Yeah, the shake machine was probably down if it was 3 o'clock in the morning. What time they shut those off out there, Drax? What's the latest you can get a shake?
There ain't been a shake at one of those in Detroit since 1983. They don't clean that thing. You get a hood fry. Don't overdo it, Joe.
Drax,
Hey,
my wife
Jason?
is laughing at you.
You
If
can
they
do it.
run, pull the gun.
If they run, pull a gun. I'll tell you what,
Jason, what did you think of the stop overall, though, and the officer's demeanor? I think that was very professional, and he was extremely polite.
I thought they did a fantastic job. I love the fact he picked up on the nervousness in the back seat right away. That they did a phenomenal job on the stop in trying to keep it as calm as possible. And the cop had good instincts to watch that guy in the back seat.
I think the cop was green. He didn't do a very good, in my opinion. There wasn't any 7-point traffic stop going on there as far as informing the person what the reason for their stop was. I thought he was a little flaky. Nervous is what I think he was. I think that officer was nervous.
I also picked up on the fact that Jason's comment at the end is he probably would have lit the guy up. So I'm glad he's not there either, because I wouldn't want to make a mistake out there at a drive-thru with Jason behind me.
There weren't any snowbanks.
And no nude males. So
Exactly.
probably not.
Oh, no, I wasn't
don't know where
going
you're
there,
getting-
but okay.
I don't know where you're going with that, but yeah, I don't know that Jason would have. Okay, Big Ron.
I'm not even feeding into your shit.
Yeah, we're about to feed in some SHIT real fast with case number 2. Let's do case number 2.
Let's throw it up.
Video may be disturbing for some viewers. Viewer discretion is encouraged.
Hello, I'm Acting El Centro Deputy Chief of Police Renee McNish. At approximately 6:30 p.m. on October 5th, officers from the El Centro Police Department responded after an automated license plate reader identified a stolen Hyundai Elantra traveling through the city. Patrol officers coordinated a search and located the vehicle in the rear parking lot of a restaurant in the 400 block of East Main Street. As you can see from the patrol unit's in-car camera, officers set up a perimeter around the parking lot and then moved to engage the vehicle. Here's the video from one of the body-worn cameras showing the encounter.
Back up, go other way. No, just leave the car here. Leave the car here. Get out, bro! Watch out! Watch out! Back up, go other way. No, just leave the car here. Leave the car here. Get out of the fucking car! Yeah! Watch out! Watch out!
There's your second case, folks. It's a short one. You had police officers with an electronic license reader system. I think this was a mounted one, not on a car. It reads license plate. This vehicle drove through one of these points. It read the license plate. It came back to a stolen vehicle. Officers responded. They found it stationary there at this restaurant. They go to surround it or to block its exit from the restaurant parking lot, and you saw what happened there as the go to exit the parking lot didn't yield, and the officers used deadly force on the driver. The driver died of wounds. Any portion of this video we'd like to see again?
I'd like to see just the beginning part, right before he opens fire.
Perimeter around the parking lot and then move to engage the video cameras showing the encounter.
Back up, go the other way. No, just leave the car here. Leave the car here. Get down, bro! Get down, bro! Watch out! Watch out! Back up, go the other way. No, just leave the car here. Leave the car here. Get out of the fucking car! Get out! Get out of the fucking car! Get out! Watch out! Watch out!
Did that clear anything up for you, Kay?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Buck, Gigi, Drax, Pixel, any questions?
No, sir.
Let's put them on the clock. I'm going to you first, DJ. What do you think about this? What is your assessment?
Man, I was just thinking about that. I'm kind of on the fence, but I think if I use the same logic I applied to the last case where, you know, the guy's having to do what he thinks is best to protect this person from getting out, I'd have to do no bill.
So you think the officers used deadly force to prevent this guy from leaving?
Yeah, because I was kind of on the fence. At first, I was thinking it was
Did you
excessive.
not hear anything that I said before? The only time you can use deadly force is to protect yourself, a third person, or the public at large from unlawful deadly force being used against them.
Wait, say that again? Maybe I misunderstood.
The only time you can shoot anyone, whether you're a civilian or a citizen or a police officer, is that if you believe that your life is in danger. So if you believe your life is in danger, you believe the life of a third person, someone other than you, their life is in danger, then you may use deadly force to protect yourself or a third person from that. You may not use deadly force to stop someone from getting away.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought that because he could apply that he thought if this person was going to go out and do something bad. But yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, then I guess.
Well, you can. Let's talk about that little. Hang on. Let's talk about that little third leg, that defense of the general public at large. Right. You can use that, but you're going to have to be able to convince a jury, a grand jury, or investigators. You're going to have some evidence to say if this guy got away, they could reasonably do this. I don't know that there was anything in this interaction that the law enforcement had with the driver of the vehicle had any indication that they were a threat to the public at large.
Okay, yeah, because I was leaning toward
True. They may get away and the car doesn't come back, but I mean that's about it.
Okay, yeah, then I guess I'll go with True Bill because I was leaning that direction anyway. But yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, and I'm not trying to beat you guys up. I'm just make sure that that's the rule that we're looking for here. Is you can only take someone else's life to save yours, or to save a third person, or to save the public at large. You can't take someone's life because they violated the law. Well, until a jury of 12 has said you can execute them for violating the law, but the police aren't allowed to do that. So I've got True Bill for you, Pixel, right? Buckster, what do you think?
You know, this is a little tough one for me. Based on what I could and could not see. You know, I think the officer was reacting to the fact that he was looking like he was going to take off and run into his fellow officers. I don't know how well they barricaded that entrance. I think they probably could have done a little bit better job, but I don't know. I have to think about this one because I didn't see any weapon. And I know the vehicle can be used as a weapon, but I still got to think about this real quick.
Fair enough. Gigi, which way are you swinging on this?
I'm actually with Buck on this because, like, what if he would have ran over somebody with his car, or I don't know, used the car? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, Drax. You're muted.
It was a traffic. It was a stolen car. Aren't they supposed to put spikes down or something and pop their tires? Not counter them off like that and unload weapons on them like they're Bonnie and Clyde.
Do you guys think that they shot him to prevent his escape?
I would say to prevent his escape, prevent him from moving in that stolen car any longer.
I would say if that's what you think, you should true bill this. I think Pixel's on the money if that's what you see.
Yeah,
Moon Goddess has got a question. There was no firearm found in the vehicle.
And we don't know if this could have been do they even know how old this person was that stole the car?
Does it matter? Does that make a difference if you use deadly force or not?
This seemed a lot of deadly force used for not knowing what that person was going to do, even though a car is a weapon too.
Let's go to Kay Daly. I see you pondering there. Kay, what do you think?
I think I'm leaning towards Truebill simply because I think that a trial court needs to go into this a lot more just because. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you all this. Would you consider if someone ran you over with a car, could you be injured with serious bodily injury, or could that kill you? If someone hits you with a vehicle?
Yeah, for sure. But it looks like he's trying to get away and maybe not necessarily aiming the cars at the officers. I could be wrong there, but
okay. What about the officer that's the second body cam we saw that gets out, who's directly in front of the vehicle, and he has to run and get out of the way? He runs behind the officer. Was that officer's life ever in danger? If that officer said, I was scared he was going to run me over, would you say that's bullshit? Or are you like, I can see that?
I could see that.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I said it's a weapon too.
Damn it, Joe! Now you got me all in my head again. Jeez.
While you guys are waiting,
That's where I was at in the beginning.
Shell's asking me for us to define the difference between true bill and no bill. Shell, true bill is the fancy term for an indictment. That means the prosecution was successful. The case will continue on. There will be an indictment and a subsequent trial. No bill means it ends right here. That means that the grand jurors say to the state, no, we don't think you have probable cause, or in this case, no, we think that the use of force was justified, and that's where it ends. So if you're being indicted, you want a no bill to come out. I'm sorry, if you're going before a grand jury as defendant, you want a no bill to be the decision. You don't want it to be a true bill.
Man, they lit that guy up like somebody coming off a mic in the Rod Manna show. So.
Right?
You know what, Buck? That may be the best line I've heard on the grand jury in more than a year. Good
Lord
job.
help me.
That's
So if the case
Jail
goes
will
on,
shoot you in the head repeatedly if you come off mic during the Colonel Manus show.
Okay, let me ask: if the case goes on, then the cops will be with the police officers too, and he might get reprimanded for not using the barricades and becoming.
No, he's not going to get reprimanded. His freedom's on the line. If you true bill him, he goes in for a criminal trial. He's going to go through the hearings. He's going to have a jury set. He's either going to have to plea bargain, or he's going to have to convince a jury that his use of force was lawful.
Well, I'm going to need him to prove his use of force. That was a little bit.
Yeah.
He unloaded a
Almost seems like it needs a true
Okay,
bill.
so nobody here is buying the fact that the officer, the second body cam we showed. Let's actually put that up for a second. Maybe we need to look at this.
I'm gonna, before you show that, Joe, I'm gonna say no bill because he made the assumption that the guy was going to hit his fellow officer with the vehicle, which can be used as a deadly weapon. So I'm going to go with no bill.
And is that reasonable? Okay.
I believe it. I believe it is.
I tell you what, let's pause the clock. Let's watch this little sequence here. Think of it like this. A car is a deadly weapon. If someone's going to try to run you over, you could use deadly force to protect yourself. If you see someone who's about to be run over, you can use deadly force to protect that person. So in that mind, let me make this large screen. Watch, don't really watch, just watch where this officer's at and what he does. Don't pay attention to the shots.
Back up the other way. No, just leave the car here. Leave the car here.
Get out of the fucking car! Yeah! Get out of the fucking car! Yeah! Get out of the fucking car! Yeah! Get out of the fucking car! Yeah!
Watch out! Watch out!
Does that help at all?
When you showed that other vantage point where you can actually see that the person was actually in peril of getting run over, then yes.
Yeah. And I don't think he was in too much I don't think she was coming for him, actually. It looked like she wasn't going straight into the police car. You know,
Well, but the question, Drax, is the person that used the deadly force, is it reasonable for them to believe that that officer's life is in danger?
Yeah, it's no bill. You're right, Joe. Because I mean, we're Monday morning quarterbacking it. This person had seconds to respond.
Yeah.
Who said that, Buck? Or was that DJ? It was DJ, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, sorry.
I typically don't get Buck's voice confused with anyone, but I was actually a little confused there. Yeah, you know what? I think you're looking at it right, personally, Pixel. But let's get a vote. We don't have all night to play with this.
I agree. If that cop didn't waddle fast enough, he would have got caught up somehow in that.
We have much more difficult cases to attend to tonight.
Wait, what did Pixel say? I missed it. I missed what Pixel
Oh, yes,
said.
ma'am. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just saying that because we have the convenience of like being able to watch it in being like safe. Monday morning quarterback is what I said, but that guy had seconds to respond, and from that second vantage point, I can see where he would have opened fire because it in that second vantage point, it looks like the guy was heading straight for running over his partner.
Right. Okay.
And what I want to drive home is the standard that we'll be judged by. Is it reasonable to believe someone was in fear? Is it reasonable? Not that after the fact, go to the toy gun. Somebody pulls out a BB gun, cops shoot them, and they find out it was a toy gun, and they prosecute the cop for murder, right? Well, it was a toy gun. It wouldn't have hurt you, but he didn't know that at the time he pulled the trigger. Remember, we have to stop judging the actor once they pull the trigger. Nothing after that fact. Now, you find out later that, it was a Nerf car. It couldn't have hurt anyone, right? It was a Nerf. Oh, well, I didn't know that when I shot. That wasn't discovered until after I approached the suspect. I didn't know that it was a BB gun. A reasonable person would believe it was a BB gun. Then you're probably good to go. So it's the information available to them up until the point that they pull the trigger. Once they pull the trigger, we don't make any more judgments on information at that point.
Well, we could just true bill it then, send them home for Christmas, and the other person.
Man, I don't want you on my grand jury. Just gonna let you know right now. I don't want you on my grand jury.
Anyway, I mean, have everybody have a good Christmas.
Because we could have a space after this talking about the process is the punishment.
Yeah.
So, and that's all I'm saying. Think about it. Let's go to a vote. We have some more difficult cases to get to. Pixel, you seem to be the most squared away. I'm coming to you first. True bill or no bill?
No bill.
One no bill. Gigi, true bill or no bill?
No bill.
Two no bills. Buckster, true bill or no bill?
No bill.
No bills are going to take it. K Daly, true bill, no bill.
I'm going to be the difficult one here. True bill.
Yeah, just threw that in there. It's like that's political. Good job, Kay. Good job. I voted no. I tried. Drax, true bill or no bill?
The true bill. Just let them all go home.
That would be an indictment. True bill.
Okay, then whatever one they're getting, the no bill. So everybody go.
It doesn't matter. No bill's going to take it whether you're true bill or not. You could have done like Kay Daly did. That's pure
that means
political.
he
It's
gets
like,
to go
I
home.
voted against it. I did my best.
That means no bill. He goes home for Christmas, and the other people get to bury their dead.
Yes, everybody goes home and licks their wounds. There'll be no prosecution. So there it is. Jason.
This one's kind of easy for me. The officer who shot, the perception of you got a stolen car, who most normal people would have not done what he did. He's trying to escape, and that officer knows that his partners are in front of that car. the officer was completely justified to terminate a threat because he was protecting a third party from his perception and vantage point. This is a no bill for me.
It is, but I'll tell you, it's a tricky one. Everything happens very quickly. I think without the vantage point of the second body-worn cam where the officer comes out on the driver's side and has to get out of the way of the vehicle's not really getting out of the way of him. He has to get out of the way of the vehicle. And there was a third officer there that you can only see his feet. He is on the other side of the vehicle to the front, that his life could have also be perceived to be in danger as well. Jason, what could the actor have done in this situation to avoid the confusion and being shot?
Don't do what he did.
Steal the damn car.
I mean, going all the way back, don't steal the car or
everything. Just don't be a criminal. Don't, when the cops come, don't act like a dipshit. Just yeah.
Could have done what most of us would have done, which is actually just stop the car and find out what's going on with the police.
Son of a bitch, and put your hands up.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
He's right.
Let's, Big Ron, we've got, I don't have a special promo loaded or the new promo loaded up for the Range Minded podcast, but let's run that and have a talk about Range Minded podcast.
Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what time does the store close? Or where's the best cheeseburger near me? Well, I'm not going to answer those questions. That's what your damn phone is for. Use that. Instead, if you have stuff related, to the 2A world, I'm your man. My name's Steve. I run the Range Minded podcast. On the podcast, we talk about all things Second Amendment, whether it be new guns or gear. Maybe we talk about some training. We'll dig into Washington and the shenanigans they get up to. Sometimes we talk about the Supreme Court and the crap that they're doing. It's always a good time, a little smorgasbord of the 2A, if you don't mind me using that narrative. Either way, you can find us whether on YouTube or Rumble, Range Minded Podcast. I'm also on all sorts of streaming services, wherever you listen to your podcast, Range Minded Podcast. You can jump on the website, rangemindedpodcast.com. Maybe stop by, buy a patch and some other things there. You can link to the social medias and all that other stuff. Hope to see you there. It's always a good time. Anyways, you guys have fun, stay safe, and always stay range minded. See you guys soon.
Yeah, folks, that's the Range Minded podcast. We definitely support Range. Does a great job, has weekly episodes come out, and he's a trooper. It will be there every week, no matter how late at night he has to stay up to do it. But honestly, he's been nominated for a Gundy, which are 2A-oriented content providers. It's an award show. He's been nominated for that. The voting starts December 1. Stay up with the grand jury, and we'll guide you on where you need to go and vote for him. But we're really excited for Range. Support him. Go to his website, buy a patch. Wherever you find him, whether it be Spotify, YouTube, or any other platform that carries, which he's on all of them. Give him a follow wherever you see him. It does a lot for our friend Range. Good job for being nominated, Range. I tell you what, let's get on to our third case. I think we're ready for that.
hey. John 12, David.
No!
Get over here.
That's my friend.
John 12, David.
He's just saying hi.
Get over here.
You're under arrest.
Give us another unit here. We're at O'Farrell and Market. I'm gonna shoot your dog, man. I'm gonna shoot your dog.
You're under arrest.
Get over here, your dog's gonna get shot.
Market or market? Market, a four. You have a suspect with a dog.
Get over here. You're under arrest. You're under arrest.
Stop!
You got him.
Look at him!
Get on the ground!
Look at him!
1025. Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground! Well, David! On the ground! On the ground!
Huh? Yes. Yes, you're being detained.
There's nothing to me that does anything bad.
Is that your dog?
You're not asking the right question.
Is that your dog? It's assault! Hey! Stop! Sit! I will blow your dog away! No! Stop! You're under arrest. Watch it. If you touch him, the dog's going.
I'm gonna shoot your dog, man.
Yes.
Your dog.
You're under arrest.
Get over here, your dog's gonna get shot.
Market approaching 4th. We have a suspect with a dog. The dog is not react or responding to our commands. Neither is he. I'm shooting it. Stop!
No, fucking you shoot me, buddy.
Look at him! Look at him! On the ground! Shots fired! Shots fired! A firm. Brian, watch out! Dog's coming behind you!
There is your. I don't think that's case number 2. Maybe that edited case number 2, but there's your case number 3. Any portion of the video you'd like to see again?
Nope.
He shot the wrong one. He should have shot the dude, not the dog.
Indeed.
Just know, Drax, we will dive deep into that in deliberations, which you just said. Okay, let's put a clock up. Wow. Damn, you have no time. Okay, now you have 10 minutes. The producer was kind to you. Buckster, I'm coming to you first on this one.
No bill at all.
You're okay with the dog getting shot?
Absolutely. That dog was obviously looked like it already bit a couple of people. The guy obviously had him trained. Something was wrong with that guy, and he was letting the dog do that, and he figured he could walk away, and the police wouldn't do anything about it. And then the dog charged the police officer, and he didn't light him up in the beginning. He gave him multiple warning to stop, and he did not comply. And when the dog came back charging in, that's it. See you later. Bye. Sorry. Not sorry. No bill.
Fair enough. Gigi, what do you think?
I need a little more time to think about it.
I wanted to get you in before Drax contaminated your thought process on this, because I think he's going to do that. I'm going to him last, just so you guys know. DJ Pixel, what's your assessment?
I was leaning more toward him being out of line, but then when I heard Buck's summation, I'm like, as much as I hate to admit it, yeah, Buck's right.
So you're leaning towards a no bill that use of
Sorry, just because I mean my heart goes out to the dog, but then when I heard Buck's summation of like, hey, the guy gave him multiple warnings, whatever, everything was chaotic. I agree with Buck. No bill.
Okay, we're going to skip Drax. We're going to Kay.
Got a question actually for Jason. Was this, first of all, is this a call that they knew there was a dog there? And if so, would you ask that animal control also be there?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. Interesting. That's problematic. But the officer did warn him, and he wasn't complying. And the dog clearly was trained, as Buck said, in some way, shape, or form. As much as I hate that the dog was shot, I'm kind of leaning towards no bill.
Yeah, everyone knows that the call was a vicious dog. The dog had actually bitten a person prior to getting there. We saw that in the CCTV video. The dog had actually bitten just a passerby that walked by the dog.
I mean, to me, I don't know what the rules are in each of these jurisdictions, but it strikes me that they should have had animal control there too. They know how to deal with animals of all kinds. So.
But do you wait till animal control gets there and just bring an ambulance too for all the people that might be bitten until the animal control gets there?
Okay, you have a point, which is why I'm leaning towards no bill.
This is downtown San Francisco. There's people walking around.
Oh, wait till PETA gets a hold of this.
Which explains an awful lot to begin with, but
just saying.
It actually does. So you're leaning towards a true bill or no bill?
Leaning towards no bill right now.
All right, Drax, change everybody's mind. It's you, brother.
It's never a poor dog, it's poor owner. So I got to agree. I mean, he warned him, which was kind of cold by saying, I'll shoot your dog. But being that he's already bit people in public, they can't wait. And that guy definitely wasn't going to get his dog under control.
And B says they waited hours anyway. Why not wait for animal control? I don't believe they waited hours.
Well, what if a small, so Joe, to answer that question, what if a small child was walking with their parent and that dog got a hold of that kid's neck?
And they're in the middle of the city, too. They're in the city. Buck, that with all those people around, you don't know who's coming around the corner next while they're waiting.
And don't they want to send a social worker anyways instead of a cop?
Yeah, you don't have time for all that.
Just saying.
Well, would you be the dog whisperer?
Well, I don't know. I hate that the dog got shot, but he didn't comply. This dog is clearly loyal, just as the chat was saying.
To a leash, usually in any city, even here in Fenton, you got to have your dogs on a leash. I've seen them kill a pit bull up in Flint for less than that, just for it not being on a leash out in a neighborhood.
So what about a dog bite? Would you consider that serious bodily injury? And the law describes serious bodily injury in most jurisdictions as the extended loss of a bodily function. Injury that could cause the extended loss or permanent loss of a bodily function.
Well,
it can't. Or is that for us? Or
you'll lose your function.
That's for you guys. How do you think? I mean, how serious is a dog bite?
Well,
it's very
look,
serious.
it
'Cause
could
when I
be
still
very-
lived in,
yeah.
I was going
There's
to say, 'cause
several
when I still
dogs
lived
that
in,
have
deadly.
killed like little
Yeah.
kids and stuff. So
That dog was
Not only-
fluffy, Kay.
not
That
only
wasn't
that
a
too,
pit
Joe,
bull
but
or a mastiff. That was a fluffy dog with a curly tail.
no, but also too though, Joe. Like when I still lived in California, and I had friends that worked for the energy companies, and when it was back when they still had to go manually read meters, that was a legitimate thing, like that where they had to really worry about that threat. So I can understand that.
So you would consider it a dog bite could be serious. One could perceive that as serious bodily injury.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I really thought this would go a different way. But let's, Gigi, where are you at now after hearing everyone else's assessment?
I'm gonna go with no bill as well. I mean, I hate that the dog got shot, but like everybody said, he wasn't complying, and he had already apparently bit other people. So no bill.
He did. He had bitten someone. That's why police were called there in the first place. So Gigi's a no bill. Buckster, where you at? True bill, no bill.
No bill.
2 no bills. K Daly, true bill.
make that 3.
No. There we go. 3's going to do it. DJ Pixel, true bill, no bill.
No bill.
There's 4 no bills. Drax, where are you going to be? You going to throw in a I'm a Democrat voting with Republicans with a true bill?
No bill.
It's gonna
No
12
bill.
angry.
Well,
No bill.
you'll be able to go back to your people and say, man, I voted for him. They could get everybody else on my side. I was there for you.
Yeah, but it's never poor dog. It's poor owner. You know, even though that guy don't look like he had his marbles in his head to begin with. But
Yeah, I could
it's
agree.
too bad, man. But you act like it's a fluffy dog. It looks like White Fang out there.
Was he not fluffy? Was his tail not curly?
In wolf mode.
Yeah,
I think that guy might have been sharing his daily dose with him.
he seemed on fentanyl.
Yeah. that little fucker, that dog probably had a breakfast of fentanyl and gunpowder in his dog food.
LSD, maybe a little LSD. You know,
He'd been more cool if he did that, Kate. He just a gunpowder in his food or something.
The dog was definitely drove up, without a doubt. Big Ron, I think we have a verdict. I think it's no bill across the board. There we go. No bill, no formal charges. We'll end that case with that. Jason, what do you think about this case? You have anything to add?
I've never taken and I got a 145-pound German Shepherd. I have never taken my dog on a walk without him being on a leash.
Amen.
To me, the owner got his dog shot. That was not the dog's fault. The dog was doing what dogs do. It's the owner's fault, not the cop's fault. So that owner is not the brightest bulb on the tree.
He didn't look like a bulb on the tree.
No, he
Dog
looked
got
like something under the tree.
he was a few fries short of a Happy Meal. That's for sure. Yep.
You can't get no hood fries.
Yeah, no, it dodges. A dog can be a deadly weapon. I've been in some warrants before where we've shot dogs, and you don't want to do it, but I'm not going to get fucking bit, and it's temporary bodily injury or permanent bodily injury. I'm not going to get bit.
No, I've never actually shot a dog, but I've been on 2 occasions. I was real close. One case, the dog saved his life. Another case, the owner saved the dog's life. But the next step was putting one into the dog. I never had to do that. I'm a dog lover. I don't want to shoot a dog, but I'm not going to be bit by a dog either. Just straight up, I'm not going to get bit.
Yeah, they warned him too. I mean, I've seen when we're out in Flint, man, I watched a cop roll up, get out of the car, put 2 in the dog, and then say, "Get your dog." I mean, that's how it goes.
But who says, hey, you want to go for a walk and just kind of go for a walk with no leash? Control your animal. He's biting people, for Christ's sakes.
Well, like
the owner
Drac
got
he
his
shared
shot.
his crystal meth with the dog, so the dog was already pumped up.
It's a shit owner. I mean, the first time it bit somebody that day, you think he'd have been trying to get it under control.
End of the day, sad story, but like I said, all I could envision was some little child in that crowd in downtown, and that dog lets loose, and then everybody's mad. Well, how did we have a dead child? So no.
Look at that record with the dog shot and then on the ground. It looked like he was still at the end there when you replayed it. I just don't know.
The dog was put down. He was hit once I don't know if it was a mortal injury or they put him down because he was a vicious dog, but the dog did not survive much longer after the video.
It's too bad he couldn't have survived and became a police dog.
There's no help for you guys. I'm just being honest.
Sent him to Roden for training.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? I bet Roden could get that dog into shape, couldn't she? She's a dog trainer.
Man, she'd have that thing sitting in no time.
So we got to get the police to take Roden out on these dog calls because she'd yell bear and the dog would have sat right down. Because I've actually been on the phone with her and got up and started to walk and said, "Wait a minute, what am I doing?"
She got you sitting over the phone? That's impressive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we have a Dutch Shepherd, and our Dutch Shepherd, and he's part Belgian Mal as well, and he works here on the property. And we give him commands in Dutch because you don't want to by accident give a command in English just in the course of conversation. So yeah, well aware of what a lot of these dogs can do. They seem like fluffy little marshmallows with curly little tails until they're not.
Yeah, until they're biting you and taking chunks of your skin and flesh out, then you know that Fido's not friendly, for sure.
Oh, Kane is a total marshmallow until he's working. And even when he's not supposedly working, he will protect his family like you wouldn't believe.
And you know what? This is what we want out of a dog. But
Yeah.
when it comes to law, you know what? I want my gun to be deadly too. But when it comes to law enforcement, I could get shot over that gun. When it comes to law enforcement, your dog could get shot, or depending on the situation, you could get shot if you're using the dog as a weapon. So
yeah, absolutely.
keep that stuff in mind. Before we get to our next case, now Drax, you and Kay, you guys have been moving some earth here in the last 60 days for sure. Now we've got the Daily Fix. That's daily, right? Every day.
No, it's actually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Is it just Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? Tell us about that show. Now, Drax, you're the main producer on this. Am I right?
Yeah, I took over after Kenny left. Ken Wallace took off to go take care of some things. I took over for him, and it's Kay who does the magic. Though I just control the little buttons behind the screen.
What's the concept behind the show, Kaylee? Kay, what do you what's your focus there? It's political, right?
Well, I mean, it is, but it's also, just interesting people to come on the show as well. I try to give that little peek behind the curtain on why things happen in politics the way they do, rather than just, reading Fox News headlines. But what keeps me from sounding like C-SPAN is Drax. Okay, Drax. This way. Sorry, he's the one who brings the comedic timing and actually a lot of depth to interviews and things. He's very good at interviewing as well, and so we do our homework and we get the answers that people are looking for because there's no common sense in politics and especially not in DC. I think it's been outlawed. So we try and get a little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, for many years. So you tell how the sausage is made when it comes to Washington.
Try to, yes, because you can't Google your way into it. You can't take a class in it. You can't read a book on it that'll make any kind of sense because there is no sense to it. So I try to, just give that real, no, this is what happens. It's not that complicated. God, I wish they were that smart kind of an answer.
So just kind of behind the scenes curtain to our Washington politics.
Right, right.
I do
also
enjoy
state and local too.
There is a book on it, Joe. It's called The Idiot's Guide to Political Science and stuff right here. Idiot's Guide.
Did Kay
Did
write?
Kay send that to you?
No, I didn't.
Is Kay the author of that? Put that up again. This is Kay Daly.
No.
She's writing under her pen name.
No. I have a different book out, actually. Well, chapter in a book. It's The Network Effect. And it's about networking. And my chapter is about networking in the political realm.
Yeah, this one's tough enough to get through.
Okay, but the Daily Fix is not the only thing you guys have got going on. You got building a a franchise on Saturday nights, right, with Drax's Pit.
Drax's Pit. That's me and the radical Russian herself, Soviet Road. We every 10 o'clock Saturday nights, man, we kick it off. I try to keep the guest. So it's really not really much politics in the pit unless the guest's life is focused around that week to week. I had a chef on the other week that taught us how to make what is it, beer cheese sauce. And
bro, that was a good show. I saw that.
It was.
Yeah.
And I got we've had Allie Hopper on there. We've had plenty of guests, but tomorrow night we're gonna have Ken Walls will be on from the Grow Live Academy. We're gonna hear his story and see how his journey was and his adventure up to meeting us on X.
Now, folks, if you're on X and you're not catching the Daily Fix or Drax's Pit on Saturday nights, you need to do so. Give these folks a follow. Hit the notifications so you know when they go live. Because both of these are streams. We know how X is with streams, but give them a follow. Give them some support, and when you see their posts come out, repost it. Help them out because they're putting in the work. They're putting in the work, and you can tell. Watch one of these shows, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Kay Daly brings the real juice from Washington to see it how it really is, and she's right. Drax is pretty entertaining. As much as I hate to admit that out here to the public and God and all, but Drax is a pretty entertaining cat.
He's very entertaining.
Gigi helps me so much out around both the shows, getting the ads and videos and all that together and staying on me about which guest is next.
Yep.
Well, you know what? A behind the scenes producer is worth their weight in gold. And I understand Gigi is really putting out the content as far as videos and the promos, right?
Yeah. All that's going. Yeah, she does all that stuff. It's great.
Good deal. I wanted to push that out there. If anybody's not watching Drax's Pit on Saturday nights, and if you're not catching the Daily Fix on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, then you're missing out. You need to catch those. To get the days right, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. And on Tuesdays, I'm actually on with Dr. John Gray in the afternoons, 3 o'clock Eastern
I haven't
Standard.
seen this one.
He is the author of the Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus series of books. And yes, I'm just his Vanna White. Just saying.
Somebody's got to turn letters, Kay. Somebody's got to turn letters.
Don't forget, you can also catch Drax on the Colonel Rob Mena show as co-host. And
Yes,
that's
you
Monday,
can.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Starts out at 2:30, kicks off at 3 o'clock, goes to 4, and then there's usually an after show.
Buckster, good job on that because I was about to leave that out. No, if you don't follow Shell's Colonel Manus show in the afternoons, you should catch that. And Drax is co-hosting that out there. But that is an excellent show. You want to know what's going on in the political realm and kind of the military realm as well. Just some straightforward logic. The Colonel Manus show is absolutely one to catch. And you guys are burning it up. I'm a
And
fan.
if you come off mic, we're going to have a grand jury style show to show what happened to that person and vote bill or no bill because they'll get lit up.
Shell will lay you down and it'll be a no bill. Justified. Okay, let's get to this next video. Let's do case number 4. Hang on before we do this. These two are critical. Let me look at what's going on here. No, do case number 5 first. Big Ron.
Number 5 first.
What is the address of your emergency?
It is, I don't have the exact address, but I can tell you the location.
What's the location?
By Burger King on Industrial Parkway.
Near Mission, right? 29671
Yes.
Mission Boulevard? What's going on there?
Me and my son just drove out of Burger King, and a guy was looking at us weird, and he pulled up his sweater, and my son said he has a gun. Mom, he has a gun. So we just drove by and just called you guys right now.
And the gun, what color and what kind did you see?
It was silver.
A silver
And it was a pistol.
silver pistol type gun? Okay.
I'm coming your way! I'm coming your way! Go up here! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Go up here! Drop the gun. Don't move! You're good. Lay on your stomach! Lay on your stomach now! Lay on your stomach! Hey, I got the air. Hey, get over here and cuff him. Are you okay?
Okay, folks, any questions or portion of this video we'd like to see again?
I'm still trying to figure out what the heck was going on.
I'm confused here.
Would you like to see it again? Maybe I can talk you through it.
I need to see it another time.
Watch for the gun. He pulls the gun and aims it at the police officers.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Before that, though, everybody understands the 911 call. The reason police go there in the first place, right? Or do we need to go?
Yeah,
for that?
Yeah, brandishing a gun. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
A silver.
Oh, okay.
So they get the report of a person matching this description. They mention that silver car in the 911 call. Enforcement officers arrive. This is the dash cam of the first arriving officer. You see they're technically making contact now, and he comes out to Western style, pulling his hog leg out of his britches.
Oh, shit.
I'm coming your way! I'm coming your way! Go up here! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Go up here! Drop the gun. Don't move! You're good. Lay on your stomach! Lay on your stomach now! Lay on your stomach! Hey, I got the air. Hey, get over here and cuff him.
Is that better?
Yeah, 100%. Especially after Buck told me what to look for.
Oh, yeah. I seen him coming around. Okay, shoot him.
Well, no, because I missed it. Was so quick. I didn't see the way he pulled it up and actually was pointing it at them.
Yeah, he was pretty clear with his firearm there.
And he lived, right? The guy that drew the gun.
Yeah, it didn't look like he got hit at all.
He was hit, but survived his wounds. Moon Goddess is asking, can we go back to make first contact? Let me see if I can get that. First contact's quick, so pay attention. There's first contact, Moon. That's when the suspect knows they're there and the police knows who the suspect is. This is first contact.
also venture to say that the reason why he didn't actually shoot at the officer.
Hold it.
because
Let's hold it. Buckster, just hold your horses real quick. Let's drop that and put up a clock. Big Ron. All right, Buckster, tell us why he didn't get a shot off initially.
Because he didn't know how to take it off safety, the dumbass. I guarantee you, it looked like he was pulling the trigger.
Sure enough, he had to take a minute to get it off safety. So what's your initial impression, Buckster?
My impression and my opinion is
Another
already made up.
example of law enforcement gone wild, just murdering people in the streets.
No, it's absolutely no bill whatsoever. You pull a weapon and aim it at a police officer. Sorry, game over. You're done.
Fair enough. We're going to let Buckster still mull that over and give him another chance for a vote later because he's undecided. But Kay Daly, what do you think?
Straight up no bill. This guy apparently thought, pulling on a bunch of police officers is a great idea. No. And aren't y'all trained basically to watch the hands?
Of course. Yes.
To me, yes. This was one of the easier ones that I've seen thus far. Yeah, straight up no bill.
Okay. 2 no bills, I think, or at least initially we're considering that. DJ Pixel, what do you think? You had to go back and watch it a couple of times. How do you feel about it?
I concur with the esteemed delegates from Massachusetts and oh, she's not in North Carolina anymore. Okay, anyway,
No.
yeah, sorry, Kay and Buck, yeah.
No, St. Thomas now.
Okay, sorry, St. Thomas, yes.
Yes, St. Thomas. That's a whole nother story right there, Kay. Every time I hear the wind blowing in that, is that wind chimes I always hear in your
Not when we took the wind chimes down, but boy, I could tell you a lot about Stacy Plaskett. Just saying.
Ooh, hey folks, we have an after party. We may drill down in that in the after party because I'd like to know that. Kay's got all the good tea. She's serving tea constantly.
What I can spill, yeah.
She's got the good tea.
I'll take it. So it's a no bill for you, Pixel, right? Or that's where you're leaning?
Yes, sir. Correct. Yes, sir.
Gigi, what do you think?
No bill as well.
Fair enough. Drax, do you have a different take on this?
No,
We're ignoring the fact that this man was in America. He has a Second Amendment right to be armed. He has a Second Amendment right to have a firearm on his person.
But he doesn't have a right to come out like a Three Amigo.
Exactly.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, well, you have me on that. What about officers didn't know that gun was real. I mean, he pointed it.
Wouldn't matter.
For a long time and never fired a shot. Could it have been a BB gun?
Well, he came waving whatever he's waving in his hand could get him killed. I mean, look at the poor guy in Detroit. He just went the other direction. So he had it coming. He asked for it. You got it. People go out during the day and say, hey, I want to commit suicide by cop, most of them. That's exactly what we watch.
He didn't get thoroughly aired out, but he got some ventilation holes.
He's lucky. He's lucky he's not dead.
All right, well, let's don't beat this dead horse any longer. Kay Daly, true bill or no bill?
No bill.
No bill. Buckster, true bill or no bill?
Oh, let me think. No bill.
Gigi, true bill or no bill?
No bill.
Drax, true bill or no bill?
Oh, I'm struggling. No bill.
DJ Pixel, you going to be the holdout on this? You're going to go to a true bill just to show your constituents that you're fighting for them? Did I miss it? No bill? Yeah?
No bill.
No bill. Let's put the verdict up, Big Ron. Here we go. No bill, no formal charges. Let's get Jason's assessment before I give mine. Jason, what do you think about this one?
No, yeah, the cops are completely justified. The one thing that I think you're all, and this is just me looking at this, but that was not your normal patrol response. Every cop that showed up was an unmarked squad. They had blue jeans on, an outer jacket. This was either a special operations team or a narcotics team. I would love to know, was this guy being surveilled before this incident happened?
Yeah.
But that response was not your typical patrol response. These cops, there was no messing around here. That's just my assumption. That's being on those teams. Being on those teams before. That's
I thought the same thing. I think it may be a street crimes unit. The Jump Out Boys, as Kay Daly said, that they could have been in the area, but this stimulated from a 911 call. So I don't know that it was we saw him on surveillance and then responded. They wouldn't wait till a 911 call come out and someone's brandishing and pointing firearms at the general public. I wouldn't think.
Don't know. Just making a presumption that.
But no, you're right. This wasn't your standard patrol unit on routine patrol that shagged that call. So, these guys were out doing something nearby, most likely, and they hear that call come out, and that's right up their alley. I think they handled it pretty good. They made initial contact. Of course, they got into the fire real fast, but you saw the officers that weren't engaged in the gunfire. They maneuvered well. This guy had nowhere to go if he was able to get through the first volley of fire, and he had no maneuver room, the bad guy, in my opinion. I thought the officers did a good job.
Yeah, that was a no fuck around response at all. Good.
I like the way you say narcotics. I like the way you say narcotics unit, because they could have been a narcotics unit, because that's exactly the way they're going to respond. I don't think they're narcotics because their cars look too policey.
I'm just saying it wasn't there could have been something more there, but that response was really
it's
cool.
A specialty unit for sure.
I liked the tone and inflection around the fact that it was a no gratification unit.
There's no such thing. What do you mean no gratification unit? What are you talking about?
Never mind.
The bill.
No, he said because he said they weren't messing around, but he used a harsher tone.
Yeah. I got you.
Is there no swearing around? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're trying to clean up our act here, Jason. But Big Ron put that on the notebook.
Oh,
again.
fuck. I'm sorry. I
Jason
didn't do that.
causing trouble this episode.
No, you do you. I just never do it in front of Kay or Gigi. But no,
Jason, you'd make one hell of a Marine, brother. You missed your calling, I think.
Duly noted on the list. Jason's not allowed to say fuck anymore.
I'm screwing up left and right tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, guys. Fuck.
We're going to have a special grand jury session after this to indict Jason on his bad behavior for this show. But
That's good.
Speaking of Jason's bad behavior, Big Ron, let's throw up a 3D response video and get Jason to talk to us afterwards.
Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way.
I see you entering, take a right. You're going to proceed down the long hall, all the way to the end. You're going to go till the end where you're intersect to the classrooms. Keep going, I see you moving forward. Subject is held up in classroom 203.
Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way.
For those of you that don't normally watch the grand jury, we say in the beginning of this, Jason is a 30-year a veteran of law enforcement, but he's been developing this 3D response for 10 plus years now, and it's already installed in schools. But Jason, give us the Reader's Digest version of 3D response.
So it really started from the stakeholders. It really started from how do we provide tools for the kids, the teachers, and the cops. And that's the one thing that's being overlooked. And a lot of people are spending money on technology, which is artificial intelligence and metal detectors. And all these items don't answer what do we do now? The alert went off. What tools have we given the people that need to stay alive? And our whole system basically looks at a building from the inside out, whereas most systems look at it from the outside in. And we're not looking at the kids, we're not looking at the responders, and we're not looking at the teachers. So we give them the tools to actually take their school back, to take a target-rich environment and make it target less in 60 seconds to provide them the tools. and the whole thing's based on cover, concealment, and communication, which both military and law enforcement knows. You have those 3 C's, your chance of survival is greatly higher. And we're providing that for the children. And that's why our system is what it is.
So it's a comprehensive system that deals with threats to a school, the fact that, or the occasion that someone actually comes to the school and presents an immediate, imminent threat to staff and children. Then aftercare. If something like this horrible were to happen at a school, you've got your system deals with that as well, right?
Yeah, it's the before, which is the prevention side to it. We have a person on our team who just deals with homicidal, suicidal kids for threat assessments. We have the response, which is the actual physical components that's hidden in your school. And then we have the aftermath restoration process, which is reunification, staging areas, press releases, and all that stuff. So it's a complete system. At the end of the day, how do we just keep people safe? And let's do it wisely and stop spending money on shit that's just really cool because your phone has an app on it. You know, give them the tools.
So if we say it's 3 components, before, during, and after, if you will. The during part is the most important, in my opinion. But this is a system that fortifies structures and materials inside the school to provide safe zones that everyone knows about inside the school. So if a shooter were to come in, you're saying within 60 seconds you could remove any potential targets to this shooter, separate them from the shooter.
Yeah, every room's converted into a safe room, literally with a push of a button, and you pull out your ballistic feature. There's about 9 different layers that go throughout the entire building, and you're empowering the teachers with a keep it simple response that doesn't involve a multiple choice response like run, hide, fight. And if the biggest anxiety teachers have is under that much stress, that thought process is gone. So yeah, it's giving them the resources to take their classroom and convert it into a safe place for those children. Like Uvalde, there's not one kid dead. By the time that guy gets in that back door, he confronts through, and I don't care the back door is open, he confronts 1,200 pounds of magnetic pressure. Every child's behind ballistic protection. There's an alert system going off. Police are notified. Internal communication going off. You've isolated the suspect to the hallways. Every child is protected. So it's something that nobody's really looked at it in this perspective before, which is a tactical look at staying alive in a gunfight.
Now, there is a push in Minnesota called the SHIELD Act. This is essentially a building code that require all schools to have a school safety system, whether it be 3D response or something like it, much like we have with the fire code, right? Sprinkler systems, fire alarm, and fire drills.
Yeah, the SHIELD Act, and also Senator Pratt, who's also running for Congress. Senator Pratt actually came down and toured it. I got the Speaker of the House coming down to tour it as well. Senator Pratt actually added to the bill to tap into the feeding our children thing, which has all been a big fraud, to taking the money earmarked and putting into a bond to actually provide the SHIELD Act for every public and private school in the state.
But this SHIELD Act, your building met the code that the SHIELD Act describes. Am I right?
Yeah, basically it'll be a building code like the fire code. That, because quite honestly, public educator leaders, I'll say this as politely as I can, are dumb. That wasn't the right way to say it, but
make another note.
Educators.
Make another note, Ron.
Note it.
They talk outside their lane. You know, they really don't have they're just out of their role to understand what keeping kids safe means. And most of the decisions come from a perspective of checking a box, and to kind of shut their constituents up that we got cameras, We got metal detectors. We're doing everything we can. Your kid's safety is our number one priority. These are all these talking points that I always hear. And I'd say, actually, you're not. But I don't know. A lot of legislatively, we have the most support that we've had in 3 years for this bill on both sides of the aisle. So I think it's going to be a good year for it.
Okay, if people want to support 3D Response or get it in front of someone in their locality, don't you have something on their website they can print in a letter you can send out?
Yep. If you go to the top page, there's a printable PDF. Print that PDF off, and you can bring it to your school board. You can bring it to your legislator. And this is going to be a grassroots movement because I've run into so many hurdles politically on this topic that it is nauseating to me. I have yet to have one Democrat come and tour. I've had over 30 Republican senators and state reps come see it. Democrats will not even bother to come see it. They don't want to see it.
They need more mental health and remove the guns. All this will go away. Folks, go to 3dresponse.com. There's several other videos there. Let's put that back up. There we go. There's several other videos there. There's plenty of information if you want to dig into Jason's system. It's very hard to articulate in just a few minutes. There's a lot going on with this system. But hands down, if you've never had any tactical training, send it to somebody you know with tactical training and ask them their opinion. I think 100% the answer you're going to get. Anyone who's been in a gunfight, prepared to be in a gunfight, thought about being in a gunfight, they would want 3D Response on their side if they were inside that type of situation. But go to 3D Response, do something. Get these got to PDFs. You can print those off. You can download them. You can send them to your state representatives. The simple way to solve this problem, folks, we have a fire code. We haven't lost a child in school since 1959 when they enacted it, made it mandatory. You can't put a child's butt in a school without a fire safety system that meets the fire code. We need a safety code. We're losing children in school. There's no reason for this. Go to 3dresponse.com and take some action. Thanks, Jason, for spending some time and talking to us about that. All right, let's get to case. We're going to call this case number 4, but let's get to this last case.
(911) emergency.
Hi, this call is for Sheriff in Alpine. I'm at my neighbor's house and I knocked on the door and the door started to open. There's no answer and there are cars in the driveway.
Okay, what was the address?
It's 1753 Kirsten, Kyrsten, Terrace Court.
Okay, give me one. And it was 1753?
1753 Kirsten Terrace Court. It should be shooting for Robert Liddell, Liddell.
And are you at that address as well right now?
I actually am, yes.
And how long ago did you go to open up the door?
5 minutes.
Okay. And is it like when you pushed on it opened, or how exactly was that?
When I knocked, then I noticed it started, it didn't open completely, but it pushed forward, and if I had knocked again, it would have opened the door.
Oh. Okay.
And so I called out, but there's no answer.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and get this call started.
Sheriff's office, anybody here? Hello? The Sheriff's office, anybody here?
Sheriff's office, anybody in here?
Check the rooms and see.
Hello, Sheriff's office.
Hello, Sheriff's office.
Oh.
Hey!
Sir, drop the weapon.
Hey, drop it! Hey, we're the Sheriff's Department. Hey, your neighbor called. Sir, your neighbor called. Sir! Where's the gun, sir? Leave it!
Leave the weapon here!
Leave it, leave it!
Hello, Sheriff's Department.
She said the door was unlocked.
Yeah, it's opened.
Let's just go exigent. Could be down. Hello, Sheriff's Office. Anybody here? Hello? Sheriff's Office. Anybody here?
245 will be entering the residence.
Hello? Sheriff's Office. Anybody here?
Sheriff's Office, anybody in here? Hello, Sheriff's Office.
Hello, Sheriff's Office.
Get the hey! Sir, drop the weapon,
Hey,
drop the
drop
weapon.
it!
Sheriff's
Hey,
Department.
where's the
Sheriff's Department. Sheriff's Department.
Hey, somebody, your neighbor called. Sir, your neighbor called.
Sir. 52 ball 5, shots fired, shots fired. Do not move! Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon!
I dropped it. Put it down the side.
Put it down on the side!
Get a trawl pack?
Yeah.
Go get a trawl pack. Let me grab a towel. Stay down, sir. Stay up.
There you go. The gentleman did not survive his wounds. But that's your last case. Any part of this video we'd like to see again. Did everyone understand the 911 call? Do we want to go back and listen to that? It's key in this one.
Maybe so, because it seemed straightforward, but if you're saying that, maybe I missed something.
We're going to go back and just listen to the 911 call one more time.
Hi, this call is for Sheriff in Alpine. I'm at my neighbor's house and I knocked on the door and the door started to open. There's no answer and there are cars in the driveway.
Okay, what was the address?
It's 1753 Kirsten, Kyrsten, Terrace Court.
Okay, give me one. And it was 1753?
1753 Kirsten Terrace Court. It should be shooting for Robert Liddell, Liddell.
And are you at that address as well right now?
I actually am, yes.
And how long ago did you go to open up the door?
5 minutes.
Okay, and is it like when you pushed on it opened, or how exactly was that?
When I knocked, then I noticed it started, it didn't open completely, but it pushed forward, and if I had knocked again, it would have opened the door.
Oh.
And so I called out, but there's no answer.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and get this call started.
Sheriff's Office, anybody here?
Okay, so the 911 call is a neighbor that's concerned about her neighbor. She knocks on the door slightly moves open. The vehicles are there. Evidently, it's not like them. It appears to be maybe an elderly man, maybe an elderly couple, because she says they. And this stimulates the check the welfare, essentially, call. Officers arrive. They look through the window. Officers find the door the same way. As he knocks on it, he sees the door moving. It's not latched. They look through the window. And that's when you hear one officer say it could be an exigent circumstance. There could be someone down inside the house and not able to respond. So they make entry without search warrant, just on exigent circumstances. And then we saw the outcome of that. Any questions or any other portions of this video we'd like to see?
You have one question.
Go ahead.
It appears that there are propane heating elements in 2 places of the house, which could cause some serious issues with carbon monoxide. Was there any comment on that or any feedback on that?
Let's talk about that. I have no information outside of the video, but let's talk about that in deliberations. Big Ron, put us up a clock. Okay, Buckster, let's tackle that right off the get. What do you see when you see that these propane outdoor heaters in the living room? There's one in the living room. There's one in the kitchen area. What does that?
Oh, what that would indicate to me is that the gentleman and his wife were probably under, some effects from carbon monoxide poisoning if they were using that in the home, because that's exactly what would happen, and could have disorientated the man as he was coming out why he seemed to be so startled. So
Well, I get that though, but electricity wasn't off. There were lights burning and the fan was going. Why would you have propane heaters in your living room?
well, I'm again, that's why I asked about it. I mean, it's either the heat or he was cooking up drugs, one or the other.
Okay. It didn't look like a drug house to me necessarily, but so which way are you leaning on this one? Bill or no, or true bill or no bill?
You know, this is really a tough one for me. I don't think I have enough expertise to truly do this, so I'm going to, after deliberations, I want to question Jason.
Well, now, Buck, we don't ask experts to sit on grand juries. We want common citizens, people with all the qualifications that you have. Do you believe that the use of force here was reasonable or not?
Well, I do, because I don't think they had a choice.
Okay, I'm going to let you listen to other folks here and get their opinions on it, and we'll come back to you. Pixel, I'm coming to you next. If you're talking,
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Man, that one was just rough because it seemed like they smoked the poor guy for nothing. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, they were trying to tell him, hey, we're the good guys, calm down, relax, or whatever. So I mean, it just seems like an unfortunate circumstance all the way around. So I guess no bill.
Okay. Gigi.
That's a tough one for sure because he was he thought somebody was breaking in. He didn't know. But at the same time, they had to protect themselves because he did have a gun. So I'm going to have to go no bill.
You know, this is another aspect. This is a man inside of his home with a firearm. He's exercising his constitutional rights to be armed and protect his own property. And there's somebody inside of his house.
Right.
Does that aspect not do anything?
Well, they identified themselves several times. They told him it's the sheriff. So sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I hear what you're saying too. Because I mean, I think about that same situation for myself. If I'm all bewildered and trying to figure out what the heck's going on, but yeah, it's a rough situation for them because they're there for trying to help the person. It's just rough all the way around.
Drax, what's your opinion?
No bill. Well-being of check that gone wrong. You're allowed to do a well-being of check even from another state. And so I think we can't let him sit up in there if he was dying in there and we're not answering. We can't let him sit in there and rot. So they got to go in. It just went wrong.
Fair enough. Kay Daly.
I agree with my comrades here. One of the things I initially thought was, could he have some form of dementia or Alzheimer's or something in this? Even Shell and others have said, what about hearing aids? Did he have a hearing problem? Whatever it was, he was clearly confused and shot at the officers. They didn't know what the situation was. They were just there to do a wellness check that went very, very wrong. So I don't think the officers really had a choice. I think it's a no bill, I think, for me.
And they were announcing themselves pretty well every room.
So let's go back to the heaters. Do you think the heaters could be an indication of mental health?
It could be. It could very well be. I'm not sure about the heater, whether they were on or not, but regardless, if you're dealing with someone, one of the stages in dementia and in Alzheimer's in particular, they can be very combative. There's an anger stage to it, and I'm wondering if that was part of it. But regardless, I'm kind of going for no bill here.
Okay. The another thing that I noticed, that house didn't appear to need a fan. It looked like it. California most likely has central air and heat. It wasn't a messy house. Odd things though. The fan I thought was odd. I thought the propane heaters in the two locations were odd. It led me to believe, Buck, when we started the conversation with, that there could have been some dementia or some mental illness. Wasn't mentioned in the 911 call. Maybe that
Right.
wasn't released. But there's also a reason why the neighbor's knocking on the door and being concerned.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if a neighbor is not just being a nosy Karen, as they said in the chat, or in fact, she knew that this was someone to check on because of a dementia type situation, just saying.
All right. You know what? Let's go. I'm going to go to you first, Gigi. Are you a true bill or no bill?
No, Bill.
One no bill. DJ Pixel, true bill or no bill?
No bill.
Buckster, true bill or no bill?
No bill.
Drax, true bill or no bill?
No bill.
Kay, true bill or no bill?
Gotta go with no bill.
All right, Big Ron, let's post that verdict up there. That's a no bill. And put up B's post that are up there. You're running through them so quickly. B, who lives in Northern California, says that elderly people on a fixed income in San Diego, that heaters are normal. That's in a house like that. I'm going to tell you, if that's going on there in California, I don't know what you guys are doing in California, but that's sad. That's not normal.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's not safe either.
The problem with that out there is that people have been boxed in the regard that even if you try to put a generator on your house, now it's regular, and Kay probably knows, where it's treated as you've made improvements to your home, and then it adds to like your property tax and all other kind of foolishness. It's crazy.
Exactly. The California Coastal Commission is pretty.
He's old though, right? God knows why he's trying to cut bills back.
Well, bro, he didn't look like he was that old. I mean, he's not,
old.
You know. Hey,
But he
not
might be
saying
on a
he
fixed
wasn't
income.
suffering from some sort of dementia, but I mean, he doesn't. He wasn't old and frail. He was a
Did he die?
capable man.
Did he die? Did he go on to die?
Yes. Yeah.
He had a good one.
Jason, what do you think? You've done plenty of check the welfare in almost the exact same situation. What do you think about this?
I did check the welfare car when the guy came out in a diaper with a gun in his hand, but the heater doesn't work. All that stuff you guys are talking about, it doesn't. When they came in there through exigency, they had a right to go in and make sure that this person was okay. And they see a person walking on the hallway. They clearly identified themselves as a police officer multiple times. In the officer's point of view, you have a guy walking down the hallway with a gun, not complying with your commands and not dropping the gun. But at the end of it, he did answer them. I did drop the gun. So why didn't you drop it before then? Why are you answering me now? I don't blame the officers at all on this one. I think they did what they needed to do.
I think it falls in the category of lawful but awful. I don't know that the officers had an opportunity to do anything else. You had one that had taken refuge in a side room. If you'll pay attention to the very end of his portion of the body-worn camera, you see the gun enter across the threshold. I don't see where the officers had a choice. I think their actions going in there were solid. It was a righteous check the welfare of everything about it. Check the blocks, in my opinion. You go inside and check to make sure everyone's okay. And I bring up the heaters and things like that. It's just things that you, as officers, are going to notice when they go in. They could give you an indication of who you're dealing with on the inside. But propane heaters in Texas, anyway. Propane heaters in a house of that style in the living room or the kitchen, as an officer, that would get my attention. That's not normal. Not what you would expect to see in that type of situation. But folks, that's our cases. I want to talk about, before we get out of here, I want to talk about Judge Joe Brown. Judge Joe Brown was a special prosecutor for us back in August. The guy's super cool, super awesome, but we learned that he had a barbecue sauce. And folks have been buying this barbecue sauce, and the reports back that it's phenomenal. You can get a set of 2 or 3 bottles of different flavors, very coarse ground. But I like playing this commercial because this is how Judge Joe Brown is when you talk to him on the phone. The dude is like the ultimate coolest cat I've ever been around in my life. But check this out.
Introducing Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor. With one taste of our premium blends of all-natural ingredients, herbs, and spices, you'll fall in love with meat all over again. Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce collection is made up of 2 zesty flavors, original and spicy.
Law firms will take this as a retainer.
What? It must be a law firm where they hungry as hell. Now you gonna help me with this parole I'm dealing with?
You never answered that, actually. But no, Judge Joe Brown's barbecue sauce, you can get it on Judge Joe Brown or JJBBQ.com, or you can get it on Amazon. I believe that's how Bruce Wayne got it. It was on Amazon. But you should check it out and send us a DM or send us a message and tell us what you thought about Judge Joe Brown's barbecue sauce. And folks, look for him. We're working on getting him back here to do that once again. And we had a great time with him. It was awesome. And the insights on the legal mind there's bottomless. The guy's amazing. But guys, we're going to cut our show a little bit short tonight, about 4 minutes short. Get ready for our after party on X. We encourage everyone to join us on the after party on X. We'll kind of cut these guys up that were on the jury tonight and question all their questionable decisions tonight. And Drax in particular had a few that we'll bring up. Without a doubt. Don't forget Drax's Pit on Saturday night, and you've got the Daily Fix Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You don't want to miss those two. These are the 2 fastest things moving on X right now. Absolutely entertaining. You're missing out if you're not there, but if you can't make it, repost it. If you can't make it, tell someone else. And do the same thing for our show. Join the Patreon group. You can scan the QR code on the screen. It'll take you to the group. Join our Patreon group and support the grand jury. And with that, folks, we're going to be out of here. Give us 20 minutes, and we will have our after party. And thank you, Shell. Thank you. I saw you tonight. We're blessed to have you. Thank you.
An incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus.